like to write books, or you like to write scripts, or you're good at poetry, or you really like acting, or XYZ, or you're really good at art. But we know so many autistic people are phenomenal in artistic careers.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself to be an artist in some way, more so than anything else, actually.
I think everyone deserves to kind of know their identity. It can certainly help breed some understanding.
After the stress of the market, I want to take Luke somewhere I feel more comfortable, to explore one of the contradictions of autism. Why I, like so many, seek out specific sensations.
When I go into the supermarket, ideally, I'd like to be able to block stuff out. And I do block it out by simply not going. When I come here, I want everything to come in. The sound of the trees in the wind, the sound of the trees in the rain. And to know them differently, for me, brings me joy. It's comfort it brings me.
I think what you're describing is a conscious effort of sensory seeking. If you identified something that soothes you, gives you joy, gives you comfort, that you're then going to be hyper aware of that. There's absolutely categorically no denying that some autistic people's sensory experiences are the best thing to them about being autistic. I've heard people saying, I feel so sorry for people who don't experience the sensory joy that I experience by sniffing the dog or listening to the noise of geese on brand new snow. So there's this extraordinary juxtaposition on the one hand of sensory joy and on the other hand sensory distress, sometimes within the same individual.
It's just so recharging.
The softness of moss has a particular fascination for me. It's so comforting and so relaxing, looking at it, touching it, and even imagining as part of it, basically merging with it. It's like a moss meditation, if you want to call it so. I just love moss. It's so beautiful. Just look at it. That beauty and harmony. So for me, as I connect to nature so strongly and feel deeply recharged by being in nature, it is very important that I go into nature as often as I can and enjoy the air, the sounds, the peace, the colors. Yeah, and then sometimes I make a fire and I take my drum. But sometimes I just lean on a tree and enjoy all around me. So for me, it's about experiencing deeply the beauty, the sounds, the colors, the smells. And then I feel inspired to create beauty, play with colors, get into the flow state. Not feeling stressed, but deeply content and joyful, which you can see in this latest mandala. They're all creations of what comes from the heart.
Now we know autism isn't a mental health condition, but we also know that autistic people can also have a mental health condition on top, normally because of just how complicated life is, and also a bit quite traumatic. There can be quite a lot of trauma there and quite a lot of post-traumatic stress, actually, either from one big event or lots and lots of tiny events which have accumulated over our lives. You're going to see the picture now where I've put, it's like a thermometer, but it's got from mild to hellfire. So instead of talking about kind of mild to severe, mild to hellfire of how we might be experiencing the world that day, today is pretty much a bell pepper day, if you can see on that one. So I'm feeling not quite as autistic spicy or neuro spicy, because I'm at home and I'm in my haven, I'm in my comfort area. I've got a nice pair of jogging bottoms on and a smart top, because that's what I do when I'm working from home. So I don't actually put my work trousers on. Who does that? That's crazy. But there are photos there to show days where it can be good, or perceived to be outside, to the outside world, that things are going good. A picture of being very, very dressed up. And then there's a photo there completely unmasked in hospital with my friend who was looking after me because I was having some treatment and I really needed that kind of one-to-one support. So it can be very, very different. And also, being autistic is a hidden disability. So on that slide, you can also see that there's a sunflower lanyard which I tie to my handbag